It's morphing time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection. It's the Magna Defender. And yes, I got another one from the Lightning Collection. I have decided I will not collect the entire Lightning Collection. I will only go for the figures that have not been represented in the Figure Arts line. And mostly, well, not only that, but I'm mostly looking at the special ones, like the Magna Defenders, and all the, you know, the 6th Ranger, even though now it's like, what, there's like 10 or 12 of them sometimes. But anyway, let's have a look at Magna Defender. I want to say Magna Warrior. By the way, he comes to us from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. He stands at about 16 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to 6.5 inches, pretty much. He's a little bit taller, but that's what the Special Rangers usually are. Like, well, he's not really a Special Ranger, he's like a Special Ranger. Like, what I mean by that is, like, the first couple of Special Rangers were always just a different color, with a shield or whatnot, but he has his own design, and that makes him so interesting. But, overall, the head sculpt, he looks very accurate, and I need to mention the paint right away. You see there's a little bit of trouble with the visor, but this is really small. It's barely noticeable, to be fair. Only a couple of slips in the paint. I wanna, if I can be nitpicky for a second, the only thing that bothers me, not really bothers me, but I would have preferred with the head, is if they put in an actual gem and not just painted it metallic green, and if the visor was a bit more shiny. That's not really a complaint, that's just like, that would have made the figure perfect. Because it is really darn good. Overall design and aesthetics of the figure look great. I have not a single bad thing to say about the look of it. The paint job as well. I'm actually really impressed. They put a lot of work in this one. Because, as I mentioned, you have just a tiny bit of slips in the visor, and that's about it. Yeah, there's some small bleeding here and there, and the lines on his, on the armor parts can tend to go a bit awry, but it's not something I would get mad about. Like, really, it's small over there, small over here. I have to hammer the fact home that the Hasbro Lightning Collection is a lot cheaper than a Figma or Figure Arts. So if you're new to the channel and you look at my Figmas and you think like, oh well, you're always complaining about paint bleeding and whatnot on that, yeah, that's because it's like double the price or even triple the price. So that's that, just for comparison. But let's have another look at the paint job. Nice metallic green in the chest area, and the gold around the shoulder blades. Very nice. This is also molded on. The lines, the black line, this is molded on. It's not just a stripe of paint with black over it. No. The mold is there, also in the chest area. Let me look at how this goes around. Looks pretty good. Then you got the cape, also nicely molded, has some wrinkles in it, looks pretty good. Is soft plastic, got some red in the back, and also can't take it off because it is just tagged in. Let me get that. Pull this, and then pull in the back another one. Well, there's 2 of them. Are those glued in after all? I mean, you could. I'm not gonna force it right now to break anything off. It looks like the plastic's giving loose over there. I think it is glued in the back after all. So, more of the armor. I really like that also you have textured, molded texture in there, in all the armor plates on both sides and the legs as well. Now there's some black spots on his knee pads and his shoes with more plates on it. Articulation is pretty good, except for the head. The head really just tilts. It tilts back and forth, and that's really it. It's okay. I mean, you got the big helmet, obviously. If you would leave more space there, it will leave a gap, and that will make it look weird, so I'm okay with it. Doesn't tilt side to side. Goes all the way around. Yes, there you go. Then you got shoulder pads, which are just on hinges, so you can bring that all the way up. Then you got a big hinge in the shoulder itself. Goes all the way up, as I'm losing my voice, can rotate it. And you have packed in with a ball, so you can bring that back and forth. Got a bicep swivel. Let me see that, bicep swivel. Over here, double hinged elbow, and the fist, or open hand in this case, is on a hinge which is pegged in, so you can bring that back and forth. Rotation, chest area wiggles around. They left just the right amount of space, leaves a tiny bit of a gap, but not really an issue. Then you got an ab crunch, which breaks up the sculpt, but it is very effective. So I don't hate it. I've never been a big fan of the ab crunch, but in this scenario, it's alright. It's alright. Also rotates here. Rotates at the... doesn't rotate actually. Is this stuck? I thought it would rotate at the torso, at the hips, but it doesn't. It looks like it. Belt is soft plastic, so that gets out of the way. It is packed in the back. No, actually no. Never mind that. And then for the legs, goes forward, rotates out a little bit at an angle because of the cross piece. Goes to the back, same thing. Goes up, gets blocked by the armor, and has some rotation in it. But you also have a thigh swivel nicely hidden in there. You can hear it. There it is. And then you got the double hinged knees. Very effective. Look good with the knee pad. I mean, it's still a little bit wonky, but it's effective. And the foot rotates side to side very nicely. Goes forward and to the back. It's pretty stiff, but that's good for stability. And it doesn't have a toe hinge or anything, but there you go. For the accessories, the only thing I can really complain about is the hands, because let's recap. You got one holding hand and one trigger finger hand already on the figure. Then you got another holding hand for this, well, actually for the same side. Wait, what? It's a little bit more open, so I guess that's for the gun, while the other one's for the sword. And then you just got an open opposing hand for your force chokes. It looks like a force choke. He doesn't do that in the show though. Then we have a gun. Has some nice gold metallic, green gem in there. Mold's good. It's a little bit, the line is not straight. Or is the mold not straight? The mold looks fine, but it goes a little bit off the line. Looks good overall. Then you got an energy effect for the gun. Let's see. Let's actually try that out. If I can do it. It's always like the fumbly bumbly on camera. I think you got the right angle. There you go. It is bent, but it is soft, so you can bend it back. And you got sword with the holster on it, and that packs into the belt. You got the pack over there. And you take the sword out, and wow, I'm actually impressed with the detail. I'm not impressed with the gold. Has somebody spilled that over like mustard on it? Maybe he just cut a sandwich with it. But anyway, it looks great. I like it. So there you go. And that already brings me to the final thoughts. And if you've been paying attention in this video, yes, I like this figure. This figure is great. Also, should be noted that his helmet is more shiny than the rest of the body. Didn't really touch on that, but you can see it. Figure looks great, mold's great. He has all the accessories he needs. The accessories are painted for the most part, so I appreciate that. The only thing should be some gold on the holster, but I'm gonna let that slip because this is a $25 figure. That's the main thing, which is so great about the Lightning Collection. I think the value is absolutely fantastic because you're getting nice collector's figures, which have great molds and a good paint job, and also pretty good articulation. It looks really solid overall, and like I'm saying, the only nitpicks I have is that I would have liked a gem instead of just a metallic painted gem in there, like a real gem, like a see-through kind of gem just put on there, and a little bit more shiny visor, and the small slips in the gray paint around his armor and around his visor are not really an issue. They're there, but I cannot expect them to be perfect if I'm only paying $25 for it, or however much you're paying for it. I mean, I have to import it and yada yada yada, so it's whatever. Still, I do recommend this one for Power Rangers fans and even for fans of just cool figures with cool designs, because that's what Magna the Fan is. He has a cool design. It's kind of like a knight, like a space knight from a lost galaxy. Haha! I said it, so now I have to roll the credits. Anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Magna Defender wants.